Hello and welcome back. Today is going to be a little lesson for anyone looking to start in the trade. Excuse my voice, I've got a bit of a sore throat. My daughter brought something home from nursery and we've all had it. But today we're going to look at the kind of thing you're going to get when you're starting out in the trade. Now if you walk into a main dealer and you say, "Hi, I'm a trader, I want to buy your part X's," they're going to go, "All right, okay mate, yeah, nice one." Because they've built relationships up with guys who have bought their part exchanges for years and years. You're starting off, they don't know you, you have to build a relationship. So in the beginning, the only thing you're going to get is the stuff that the other traders don't actually want. Now, this is the perfect car to show you because it looks like a bag of spanners. But it's not a bar little motor. It's a little Corsa 1.2. on an 03 plate, so it's an old car. I'm not going to make £1,000 on this car. This is the kind of thing that is going to cost you about 250 quid. Okay, so let's have a little look at it. So you got an 03 plate Corsa. Right, the paintwork is faded to hell. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it's gone like a pinky colour, because the bumpers are still quite red. So we're going to need a machine polish the whole car, top to bottom. We're going to bang an MOT on it. Even though it's got a 4.5 month MOT left on it, I want this to be worth as much money as possible. It's only done about 1,000 miles since its last MOT. It's got 55,000 miles on it, warranted through the MOTs. We're going to have to replace, well, just rip these bloody things off because they're horrible. They're all damaged to hell. All in all, it's not a bad car. But this is the kind of stuff that dealers need to get shot of. This will have come in as a Part X, a bit of a mark on the back, but it's going to be a cheapy car. It's a cheap and cheerful. If it was a £5 car, I'd repair that. It's not a £5 car. That there is probably going to cost me about 10 quid on eBay, including delivery. The interior. Oh, she's a gem, isn't she? She's beautiful. And she stinks. It smells like a wet dog in here. I mean, there's no dog here in here, but it just smells like wet dog. And stereo, there's no stereo there, but ironically, if we go into the back, there's like 4 in the boot. So I can only assume that the last owner doesn't know how to wire a stereo. Common fault people, or common problem even, people just think that they can just plug them in and you have to rewire some of the power wires. That's a nice easy job. Let's have a little look under the bonnet, which is on the other side of the car. But look, you can see the mileage there, 55,000. It doesn't have service history, but it runs really, really well. Let's open them up. Is that an oil leak, or is that where the oil has been topped up and spilt? It looks more like it's been spilt because there's no oil dripping down there. So that looks like old oil to me. I'll clean all this up. This car will look as good as it can by the time we finish with it. And that's where we're going to add the value to it. So, 250 quid. MOT, let's say it cost me 100 quid to get it through the MOT. Just for argument's sake, I don't know. I don't know that there's anything wrong with it. It might just cost me the price of the MOT. Then we're going to clean the hell out of it. And then we're going to sell it. So let's see how we get on. As luck would have it, in the footwell, in the spare wheel, in the boot, under the mat, was the missing skirt. So I'm going to put that on and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to jet wash it first, but what I want to point out to you is in all these little grooves here, there's all black. You can see it coming off of my fingers, and in here, if you open the boot, we're actually going to jet wash all of this. We're going to blast it through all around here, up under the arches, all up under here, because you can see it's all coming out. Yeah, all that's going to come out with a jet wash. We're going to do all these, all the door trims, and here, and we're going to do under the bonnet as well. It looks a bit like a postman pack car at the moment. It's all faded red, like you see the old Royal Mail vans. But we'll see what it looks like when we've done it. Right, she's all washed. And as I said, get right in those grooves there. Get it all out, because everything else we can polish now. Put a machine polisher over it and get the rest of it out. Like in there. And especially here. That was filthy. These were stinking, if you remember. And the door jambs. The same in there. And let's go under. Don't worry about getting the car wet, because we're going to wash the seats. There you go, different engine bay. Put some plastic treatment on that and it'll shine. Right. Looks a lot better already, doesn't it? Now we're going to go to town with a machine polisher and stop it from being pink. Right. To mop the car, we're going to use Freckler G3. So the 3 just basically stands for the grit content in the compound. That's a general one. 1 microfiber cloth to get it off. That's just water. And this is a 6-speed mop. Now, if you buy one from Halford, it's probably like a 1-speed or a 2-speed. This is a professional one, but they're normally 3-speed, so this is the more expensive one. Just to give you an idea of buying good machinery, I bought that 17 years ago. I've changed the bushes on it once. Obviously I've changed the mop heads on it numerous times. But if you're going to do this properly, then you need the proper equipment. So there we go, we're about halfway through the cleaning process. We've mopped it, I've given it a quick coat of polish. I haven't sealed it with wax yet, so that'll be the next thing. I've obviously got rid of those bloody horrible wheel caps, or hubcaps, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, it came out alright. Paintwork looks pretty good. There's no fade, there's no pink. As you can see, I put that plastic trim back on. Also painted it with a bit of plastic conditioner, and also done the tyres. Right, so the next thing is I've ordered 2 number plates, just because I think number plates look good when they're brand new and they've got a little flag on them. It just sets the car off. But I think it came out well. I'm pretty pleased with it. Like I said, it does need just a cut of wax just to seal it. And then we're going to tackle this mess. So when I've done that, I'll show you the finished car. Okay, so really badly stained seats. Obviously, this is just surface dirt though. The seats are actually in really good nick. Ah, there are dog here. Right. Okay. That needs a proper scrub, maybe some odor neutralizer, but it's, there you go. I need to put that pad back on as well for the MOT, which is in there thankfully, and dust. So let's come back when we've sorted this out. Here we go. Cleaned to within an inch of its life. And I know I don't use the shiny stuff on it, I use a matte because I think it just looks a lot more natural. And also when you get glare off the sun it can really blind you. So the car's pretty much finished. New hubcaps, polished, sealed and waxed. Number plates will arrive tomorrow, so I'll put them on. MOT tomorrow. It's still got that mark obviously, but it's nothing now that. I think the car looks pretty good. Inside the back it has a cigarette burn there. If it was a more expensive car I would get rid of that, and I'll show you how on a different car. Yeah, I think it's come up alright. Set of mats are in the boot that were already in the car, I've just cleaned them up. Toolkit's still there. The smell is gone, thank God. What do you think? Let me know what you think. I think it came up okay. I mean, it's shiny as hell now. You can see literally your reflection in it. Windows have obviously cleaned the windows. Yeah, it came up well actually. Seats are pretty good. No more stains. So MOT tomorrow, and then she'll be for sale. I'm thinking 995 quid with a brand new MOT. I think that is a bargain. Okay, so let me do the figures and I'll tell you how much we made. So MOT actually cost me a little bit more than expected. I needed new springs on the back because where it had been sat for a long time they had rusted through, and I needed front brake pads. And there's other little bits and pieces like the old bulb here and there, just stuff that I wanted to get done so the car had 0 advisories. So I had everything done on it. So all in, including the MOT and everything else, all the checks that they did for me, which they always do on sales cars, it cost me £170. So it wasn't too bad. Put the car up for £995, and I had lots of people inquire about it, but no one actually came to see it. Don't know why. Could not work that out for love nor money. Then I dropped the price to £950. I had nothing for a week, and then finally on Saturday I had 5 people message me, can I come and see the car? So the first person came 11 o'clock Sunday morning, test drove the car and left a £100 deposit. We agreed on a sale price of £925. So what do the figures say? So we spent £250 on the car, £170 MOT. The hubcaps cost me £18. Those new number plates, which I think set it off quite nicely, cost me £11.99. Don't forget I spent £3 at the car wash, and that comes to a total of the car owing me £452.99p. Now obviously normally we would go for more expensive cars with a higher profit margin, but this is just to show you what can be done when you're starting out. To advertise the car I used Gumtree, and I signed up for a free account, a new free account with an email, and I used as a free account. So that didn't cost me anything at all. So profit wise, we have made £472.01. Now, that's not bad for a day's work, because that's literally what it took me. It took me a day to clean the car, do everything I needed to do to it, in and out. If you can do one of them a day, and you're not doing too bad here. So that's what the profit is on that particular car. That's kind of what you can expect to make if you're doing little bits, that we did ourselves. What I'm interested to know is If you had walked onto a dealer forecourt and you saw that car in that condition, would you have just written it off and scrapped it, or would you have taken a punt for 250 quid and bought the car to retail? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time.